today I'm doing some food prep for Thanksgiving. We recently lost Joseph's grandmother. It hasn't even been a month yet. She passed away. And so I completely kind of adjusted the Thanksgiving menu to make recipes from her recipe collection. And so what I'm making today is oatmeal rolls and her fresh cranberry orange relish. So because they're family recipes, I'm not going to be sharing exact recipes because they're not mine and I don't feel like it's right to do that. So basically, what I have here is the butter and the oatmeal for the rolls. I have to add a lot of water, and then that's going to cool down to lukewarm. So once that is cooled down to a lukewarm temperature, we need to add the brown sugar, white sugar, salt, and yeast. So I have it set aside here in a separate bowl, and then we'll knead in flour as well. Batch at once, so I'll have to do it in little batches and then just mix it around really well. But basically I've got the sugar, the cranberries, and the orange chunks unpeeled in my Ninja. We're going to start processing. Make it up to a week ahead, but if you make it the day of, it's just important to chill it for 1 hour before serving. So this is going to go in the fridge, and let's get back to the oatmeal rolls. So let's hope that these turn out. Apparently, and I didn't read it very well, but apparently, probably common sense, but I had to dissolve the yeast in water, which is why it was so dry. So hopefully it'll all turn out still. Otherwise I'll be making more rolls tomorrow, but we're going to cover this and let it rise. So we've got the relish done. The bread will hopefully rise. It's now time to clean up the kitchen. The atrocity of the mess that is my small kitchen. So in a few hours, I'll need to form them into dinner rolls and then let them rise again, and then we'll bake them. So keep watching to see the finished product, if there is a finished product. All right, so it's been about 3.5 hours and it's rising. Yay. Obviously not ready yet, but yay, yay, yay. So it's obviously not completely rised to where it's time to cut into dinner rolls, but it is rising, which is good. I didn't screw it up too bad, hopefully. All right, so the dough is rising and it's time for us to move on to a another recipe that we're going to be doing for the holiday, scalloped corn. Again, it's a family recipe. I don't really I am enjoying doing the cooking with me video. I feel kind of bad that I'm not like sharing exact recipes with anybody, like exact measurements. Hopefully that doesn't upset anybody too much. Hopefully you guys understand they're not my recipes to be giving away. If you know me, then you know that I would say I know my way around the kitchen, but I'm not like really good, and so that's kind of why I'm doing the cooking with me, is because I miss it. All right, so let's get the scalloped corn together. Okay, so I've got in here the corn, crackers, onion, celery, American cheese, eggs, salt, butter, milk, and paprika. I need to combine it, and then I'll put it in here in the casserole dish for an hour. Finished on my apron. Okay, so I'm going to get these rolled out into dinner rolls. It rose. There's gonna be like 8 of us at this place, so I'm hoping to get at least 16 out of this, and I think I'll be able to. So I'm just gonna shape these into dinner rolls here, and then they'll have to rise again before I bake them later tonight. Okay, I managed to get 16, but there's some little ones. That one will probably be mine. So we're going to cover these and let them rise again before we bake them. I'll be gone from the house for school for about 3 hours, and then I'll have to get Joseph from work. So it'll probably be about 4 or 5 hours before I bake them. So they should have lots of time to rise and be ready to bake by this evening. Okay, so this is the last thing that I'm baking for today, and this is the spinach and cheese squares. So this is my eggs, flour, milk, salt, and baking powder, and I just have to mix this really well first. So that's what I'm going to work on now. Okay, and now I've got the cheese and spinach and butter in there, and I'm going to mix this all together really well too. Okay, rolls are done. Eggs are boiling. Go ahead and put the spinach and cheese squares in the oven. Back-to-back cooking here. Now what I like to do right as the rolls come out of the oven is take the butter and just melt some right on top. Like so. And try not to lose the butter. It's usually not this messy. But I guess holding a phone in one hand and trying to do it in the other makes it difficult. So these spinach and cheese squares says to bake for 35 minutes and no longer. And then to let it sit for 45 minutes to set. So that's what's gonna happen. So this concludes the probably much longer than it needs to be cooking video. I really enjoyed trying these new recipes. I'll be excited to actually try and like eat them. I mean, it's been fun cooking them, but I think the real enjoyment is going to come when we can finally eat them. So it's been fun. So thank you so much for tuning in. Again, I'm sorry that I couldn't share like exact recipes, but my next cooking video, I have some recipes that I'm making for the holiday that is not strict family recipes. So if you watch the next cooking video, I'm making like sriracha deviled eggs, and I'll share my turkey recipe with you and stuff like that. There'll be a couple things in there that will be family recipes as well, but going forward, any type of thing that I cook on here and upload, I'll share a recipe with, or a link to a recipe or whatever. But unfortunately, since these aren't my own personal recipes, I don't feel right sharing them. I'm sure you all understand. So thanks so much for watching. If you have any questions or want to share any recipes with me, please feel free to leave a comment down below, and I will see you all again soon. Happy holidays.